All right, gang, welcome back to our one-tile challenge here on Calm Lands. It is now February, and today is very much going to be a maintenance type of episode. I think I talked in the last episode about maybe potentially jumping from February to March. I'm not sure if we're actually going to do that or not. I have spent a little bit of money overnight. Obviously, overnight we still lose a little bit of money. Overall, we're making a small amount of money, but when you rest, obviously there's less hours than what the entire day pertains to, so we lost a little bit of money there, but I also spent some money, and you're going to see what it is in just a second. You can see it in view now. Well, you might be saying, that's just a greenhouse. There's nothing exciting about that. You're right. It is. It's just a greenhouse. There is nothing exciting about it, but we spent some money on it anyway. Now, it's not just a basic greenhouse. That is a rice sapling greenhouse. So what does that mean? Well, specifically, we are not going to have to worry about buying any rice saplings any further for our rice field. We've got a lot of money invested in our rice operation, which is extremely small, and it's certainly not paying for itself. So any way we can do to try to help increase the profits there, I think was a good choice. And so to do that, we decided to put down the rice sapling greenhouse. Now, I don't have it going yet or not. We are going to start that up today. But that will save us a little bit of money as we move along here, right? Which is going to be nice. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Things are pretty good here, man. They really are. We're making really good progress. 2 grass bales are remaining for the sheep, so the next time we mow the grass, we are absolutely going to have to put some bales over there. They are starting to finally chew through it a little bit quicker now that they are maxed out on the capacity there. We also need to do the second application of fertilizer on our grass field over there. Other than that, besides what we're doing right now, there's not a whole lot for us to do today, so we'll see what else we get into. I've talked already a little bit about some of the other things that I want to do, and we're going to do that today, and that's kind of spruce the area up, clean it up a little bit more than what we even did in the last episode. So we kind of worked on that area where the chickens are in the last episode, but I want to kind of continue that, right? I want to put down some more gravel, put down some more dirt, whatever it may be, and try to make this look a little bit better as we move along here, all this area. So for the time being, all the way up until this point, we've pretty much just had tiny little tracks that we put in just to kind of mimic, a track going down. But I want to, spend a little bit of effort and a little bit of money to work on that today. Now, speaking of that, a couple people in the comments mentioned, am I still going to eventually buy that plot of land right here just to put the track up and then immediately sell that? Yes, I still plan to do that. It'll probably be towards the end of the series, but yes, I still plan to do that. Once we sell a bunch and we're able to actually afford that plot of land, we will do it. Probably should have did it last time because we could have afforded it at one point. I decided to hold off on that for whatever reason. But we absolutely will be buying that land only for the purpose of extending our track up to the shop up there. Other than that, there's no reason for us to have it. As soon as we do that, we are selling that back. Obviously, we're not going to be building anything on it or anything like that because that would be pretty much against the rules here for the base portion of the game. Now, I know a lot of people, and I think it's a great idea. I don't think I will be partaking in it, at least in this series. But a lot of people did a one-tile plus, which, extended the one-tile challenge to another. Made it obviously a much larger series. And by all means, I'm happy that people are doing that. I think that's a great, like a DLC, if you will, or an extra additional version of the series here. But I'm not planning to do that. I'm planning to move on to a new series. So, but yeah, how's everyone doing, man? Things are pretty good, man. We're still waiting on the trees to get to the next stage here, so hopefully we can remove a few of those that we placed down there. Sheep are doing good. Most of the baby sheep are now teenage sheep. You can see 2 of them plain as day right here. So yeah, we're doing well, man. Things are going really well. I want to kind of take a look at potentially the used market today and see if there's anything out there. I doubt it. There never is, except for a couple of times we got lucky. No, there's nothing really out here. I mean, maybe this trailer, but at this point, we've gone this far along in the series with the one trailer. I don't think we really need to do a second one at this point. We do have silage to sell today as well, so that's going to produce a little bit of money, and that's going to take a couple trips to accomplish that. We need to do some more maintenance stuff, like taking the coarse salt and putting it over into our road salt production. We need to get a little bit more of the broodstock crawfish. They are fine. They are still producing, but between now and the next episode, they will not be producing anymore. So we need to get some more of that today as well. So very much just a big maintenance type of day, but you're going to have those every once in a while, right? Now, March is the next month, and March might be the time where we do have to jump. We're not going to have a whole lot I don't think we can do in March. Well, actually, now that I say that, I stand corrected. Oat. Why do I always think oat only starts in April? Oat starts in March. I don't know why I always think it's April and May, but it's evidently March and April. So I stand corrected. We will have plenty to do next month because we can put some oat in a few of these fields if we want to. Not saying we will. Probably put... I don't know. We only have 3 fields here, and really, one of them has to be a soybean field for sure. I think we can do oat in the other one, though, potentially. I don't know. We were wanting to do, sunflowers or corn, though, so maybe not. Maybe we won't have enough to do. I don't think we can do any of those other ones. We can do sunflowers. Here we go again, standing corrected. Man, I don't have... You would think, with how much I've played this game, that I would have all of this stuff memorized. I always say it to all of you as well, if you've been around for a while, that... You would think I'd have this stuff memorized. I just don't. I simply do not have it memorized. So there you go. So never mind. We'll be okay. We can put sunflowers in for sunflower oil, which I wanted to do last season. Didn't get to do so. And then, yeah, we'll hold off on the other one for the soybeans. So we'll at least be able to drill something in the next episode. So that's good. Let's see, soybeans. Yep, April's for soybeans. Now, we do have some soybeans in our in our silo, which I think I mentioned in the last episode that I don't know if we forgot to sell it or what happened. Maybe we didn't forget to sell it. Maybe we were just waiting. I don't know. But anyway, we have some in there, so we'll be selling that here in a couple of months, I guess, when it's best to sell it. Because we did not find... Actually, I know exactly what we did. We were trying to find a way to extend the flour production to include soybeans. We did not find anything. There are a few things out there. They're very expensive, so we're just going to not do that. So we'll just sell the soybeans as they are here once we get to June, which is the best time to sell them. So, all right, this is pretty much done here. There are a couple little spots we missed, obviously, but I didn't see any rocks in there, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not going to spend the effort on it without there being any rocks in there. So, go ahead and fold this up. We'll put this away after we dump the stones, obviously, into our production there. Now, we probably need to do a little bit of water top off on everything as well today. So, yeah, very much maintenance heavy, but that's going to happen, right? It's okay. That's okay. I don't think any of our fields require lime. No. The only one is the grass field, but obviously we're not doing that. This little section up here that we forgot to do. Now, one thing it would be probably good for us to do, we just gained a little bit of money, 9 o'clock just hit, is to upgrade our water tank. That would be something that would be very beneficial for us to do. We've got a lot of things now that are going to require water. Specifically, we've got... both the salt marshes, right? We've got the road salt production, we've got the lime production, and now we've got the rice sapling. So I think maybe that's the first thing we should do here is let's just go ahead and get a little bit of an upgrade here to the water tank. Now, it's probably going to take all the money we have, but that's okay. We really don't have anything else specifically to put down on the farm, meaning the area over there where the rice saplings are, the rest of that area there, I don't really have any specific ideas for that. I don't know where else I want to put there. Full transparency, what I was going to put there, the second thing I was going to put over here did not work properly, so we didn't do that. So that's why we went with the rice sapling. That's okay. I think the rice sapling is actually was 100% probably a better choice for us and for a farm just in general. If you're running a rice field, right? Save yourselves, $500 to $1,000 by just running that sapling production, right? I think it's worth it. Now, water tanker. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? I'm going to go ahead and slow down here for a minute. Let's just see what because I'm going to run into traffic. I know I will. So let's just see what we got in here. Barrels. 3,200. What we have in there now, I think we have the small one. It's been a minute since I've looked. Yeah, we have the small one. So, technically we could go to this one, which would make us a lot more money. This one, which we would actually make money on, it's not a huge increase though, so I don't necessarily know if that's the way to go. We could go this one, which has the ability for unrealistic capacities. And, you know, it's not really speeding anything up for us, besides the fact that it's just helping my overall time management by utilizing that. So I think that's probably the one we're going to go with, but we're not going to go with the super unrealistic one. We're going to go with the, you know, this is the base one is like a normal capacity. Like, that's perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we'll go with like the medium capacity here, which is still a lot, but it's not 200,000 liters. So I think we'll go with that one, because that's going to help us out tremendously with my time management for sure, because we're going to have a lot to do here coming up. So let's repair it, let's repaint it, and then we'll sell it for just under 4K, which is nice. Let's get a little bit of money back there, and then we'll go ahead and buy this one, which is going to cost us 11 grand, minus the 4,000. I like the blue and the white. I always like to try to... obviously, it didn't work with the one we had, but whenever I have the money to do so, I always like to try to match the, you know, the barrels with whatever we're going to be utilizing it for. This is literally only going to be utilized for water. You know, if it was for liquid herbicide or fertilizer or whatever else, right, you might use a different color. Just because I think in real life, you probably wouldn't have one tank, and I mean, you wouldn't want to, at least, have one tank and just continually having to wash it out all the time. That would be, you know, a little annoying. I think you'd want to have at least 2 tanks, right? One for water and milk, things like that, things that are, you know, ingestible, and then the other one would be for like herbicides and fertilizers and things you wouldn't want to drink, right? Just seems to me like that would be the smartest investment in that sense, I guess. Still think I want to move the crawfish production, though. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it was a good idea where I placed it at, but it's not. It doesn't really fit there. Like with them spawning into the middle of our track there, it's not really the most ideal thing, right? Now, the biggest problem here is how slow this water tank is going to fill up. So I'm not going to put you through a time lapse or put you through just sitting there watching it or let me ramble to you. I will just do a bit of a jump cut here. We'll get this thing full, and then we can run around and you know, make sure we top everything off and get the rice sapling started. All right, we're almost full. I'm going to go ahead and start dumping the water now. It's probably going to take a lot of this here. Yeah, it took a decent amount. So that went all into the large salt marsh. So the salt marsh there is completely maxed out. As you can see, there's a bunch of coarse salt in there, so we definitely need to move that over. And that's what we're going to do here today as well. Which will be nice, right? That'll make us good money. Now, there is a production we could utilize besides just the road salt production. It's like a selling point. I've thought about doing it. It's expensive, though. That's the only other thing I can think of to put over there where we have our rice saplings. So I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see what happens, but the odds are I'm probably not going to do that one. Right, so that is full. They are both full, which is good. These two, I think, over here hold quite a lot of water, so I want to take a look at it. Yeah, 100,000 liters of water. It does need some water, to be fair, but it holds a lot. This one holds 10,000, so not as much, but 100,000 liters of water, if I was to start unloading it into the line production right now, it would literally just take every ounce of it. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to top off everything else that we need to top off. Specifically, we'll top off the road salt production, then we'll go to the rice saplings. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and turn them on, because I have not done so yet. Boom, rice saplings are on. It only holds 2,000 liters, so it doesn't even hold that much, right? The other thing I've thought about doing, and I talked about doing it long time ago in this series. I'm talking like forever ago. We're not gonna let me dump it in here? Really? Did we dump it elsewhere? Am I blanking on where this actually is supposed to go? I thought we just put it in here. Hey? Maybe it's already filled up, because we did lose a little bit of water there, so maybe it just filled itself up. Maybe it... Okay, that's exactly what happened. All right, well, somehow I missed that. I don't know. I guess, you know, it didn't need that much, so I guess that's how I missed it. But anyway, The other thing I talked about doing, I guess that's what I was getting on. I almost lost my train of thought there for a minute. The other thing I thought about potentially doing was going into here. A long time ago, I talked about this, and putting down this water pump distributor. Water pump is powered by wind and is able to pump the water into your production. Just switch the output to distribute. So I thought about buying that as well, because it's not a very expensive purchase, right? Relatively inexpensive, $3,000, and they are going, man. That it took nothing. They are going, so that's good. But you know, I decided not to do it for the time being. I don't know. I might maybe utilize that for a different series. I don't know, because we're pretty far along at this point. And now that we have this water tank, I don't think we really need that. So yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on that, at least for the time being. So what are we going to do with the rest of this water? Well, I mean, I guess I could just store it, but you know, we do need some water in here, so I might as well just go ahead and dump all of it into here. Why not, right? Why not? So. For some reason it stopped. I don't know why it would have stopped there, but for some reason it stopped unloading the water. That was a little weird, wasn't it? Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to back this up here. We're going to start filling this thing up with water again. We're just going to actually leave it right here for the time being. We're going to flip into this tractor now. And what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to move the coarse salt over into the road salt production, because that's going to provide us with some money, so we definitely want to do that. Then we're going to head up to the shop. We're going to buy some more brood stock crawfish. And then by the time all of that's said and done, we probably will be able at that point to start selling the silage, I think. And then we'll do the fertilizer on the grass field as well. And we'll see what else we get into, I guess. Alright, so that's all sold. We made a good amount of money off of that, actually. As a matter of fact, that pretty much paid for our rice sapling greenhouse, so that's extremely helpful and useful for sure. Go ahead and drop that off there. I'm just going to go ahead and park the Fiat up. We're going to jump back into the International here and get the fertilizer spread put down on the grass field. Now, the more I started to think about next month, you know, next month we're going to be putting in sunflowers, which, fantastic, right? That's only one field. I'm not sure what else we're going to be able to do next month. The grass field's not going to be ready to harvest. Next month might be the situation of kind of what I talked about that I thought potentially today could have been, unless we find some other things to do. Next month might be that. Now, we still haven't done, and that's what I kind of am holding off for on purpose, but we still haven't expanded, well, I say expand, plowed up this grass area up here by the house. I've talked about that for a long time. We're going to do it. It'll probably be in the next episode because that'll give us something else to do besides just doing that drilling. Because the drilling we can do, and then we can roll it, which we rarely ever roll anymore, mostly because I hate rolling, but we could do that. And then maybe we can work a little bit further on trying to make the area look a little bit better. As far as the yard area goes and all the tracks and things like that. I said we were going to do a little bit of that today, and we are. But perhaps we can split that up a little bit and maybe have a little bit more of that added for the next month, maybe. Yeah, I think that might be a smart way to go about it. We're also going to pay a little bit of the loan off today. It's not going to be anything crazy because we don't have a whole lot of money to begin with. But we are going to pay a little bit of the loan off. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do it now. That way I know kind of what I have to play with here. I'm just going to pay $10,000, I think. Yeah, let's just do $10,000 for the time being. Nothing, I mean, that's not a crazy, payment, but $185,000 left. I mean, we're easily going to be able to do that the next time we harvest and get all this stuff done, right? So, let's spend a little bit of money here trying to clean this area up, make it look a little bit better, right? We've done an okay job up here in this area and everything like that, but I think we need to work on this area a little bit down in here. I think I'll save doing the track stuff and like extending the track this way and whatever else we do over here. I think I'll save that for the next episode, but let's just kind of focus on this area here. Perhaps if we make it kind of look like this a little bit, maybe it'll look a little bit more, like a little more cohesive unit, I guess is how I'll put it. Maybe that's not the right word to utilize there, but that's what I'm going to use. Let's see. Something like this. Really, we probably should be using dirt tracks here instead of gravel tracks too, but I don't know. This is not really coming out the way that I was hoping so far, if I'm honest with you. I probably need to focus on it a little bit more. But I think if I go around the edges here with this, it normally helps bring it together a little bit better. So it doesn't look so striking, right? It's just, what I'm trying to do here is make, like the tire tracks, where the tire tracks have been, where we're heavily driving in, right? And then you just kind of try to break it up a little bit because there would be breaks like this, right? It wouldn't be exactly as you're seeing it. I'm not the best at this by any means, so don't look, if that's what you're here to look for, that's not going to be me. I think Northern Farm Sim, my friend of the channel, my friend Northern Farm Sim, I think he's one of the best at trying to get things to look good. Okay, so we need to do... This area over here needs a little bit of work, I think. And there shouldn't be grass back in here either, to be fair. There should be some gravel or something. Dirt, something. It's just like this because that's how it was before we put the shed down, right? So that's just the way that it was. This back in here probably also shouldn't have grass. I mean, that wouldn't be growing in here either, so let's just try to clean that up a little bit too. It's not going to be perfect, so don't expect it to be, gang, but, we'll try to make it look a little bit better as we move along here. I mean, when you're down at the ground level, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. I don't know, maybe we should just gloss over it completely and just do one, I don't know, just full gravel. Maybe that would look better than trying to, I don't know. It might look better not doing this at all. I mean, this is the main yard area anyway, right? So you'd put the most money in this main yard area anyway. I always like this asphalt, which doesn't really look like asphalt to me. It just looks like gravel, like a dark gravel. When you're down at the ground level, it always looks... I mean, I guess it does look like asphalt when you look close enough to it, but I don't know. To me, it always seems like it's just dark asphalt. Dark gravel, rather. I think that's what I'm going to do. Kind of against the grain here. You may not like it, but that's what I'm going to do. It's what I like, so we're going to go with it. Spend a lot more money. I know I wasted money already, but that's okay. Under there, we can keep that as gravel back there. I don't think that's unrealistic at all, but, you know, this area here, we can do this to it. Make it look a little bit better. Now, that tree, I understand that tree is on the asphalt there, but it's going to be going away as soon as we're able to get to it. Just literally as soon as we can get that tree gone, as soon as we can cut it down, we will be doing so. This looks better to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this a better approach? Did you like it better the other way? Who knows? Guess it doesn't really matter, right? As long as it does the trick, does it really matter? Probably not. I think it looks better. So we're going to go with it. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I know it's very basic. There's no tire marks. Maybe we'll add a little bit of tire marks into this, and maybe that's the way that it will make it look a little bit better. But I'm very happy with that, and we're going to leave the episode at that point, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button, and in case you have yet to do so. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Members links down below. Thank you to my members. Cannot thank you guys enough. There's a Discord link down there, which is free as well. Everything you need, as always, I'm always mentioning, it's always down below for you. And, yeah, we're nearing the end here, gang. We've got less than 10 episodes to go, I would say, at a bare minimum. Maybe even less than 7. I don't know. Somewhere around in there, I would think, and then we're going to be getting close to finishing this series. So, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your continued support. We'll see you next time.